There are many hosting providers out there like HostGator, GoDaddy, Bluehost, SiteGround, etc. It's up to you to choose a provider as long as they provide a cPanel. I use HostGator. They are good, they are reliable, and I like their support. Sometimes they offer 50-60% off, sometimes 90% off, and they offer a free .com, .net, or .org domains with their 12 months hosting. I left few links at the end of this course that will take you to their promotions if you like. Of course, if you already have a domain and a hosting account, you can skip to the next video. So this is their promotion page. You can choose the hatch link plan, for example. 12 months. Just register a domain, choose the plan, and fill in your information. You see here it's free with the .com. It's up to you to select domain privacy or not. Domain privacy protects your identity online, and privacy protection hides your personal information from public view. If you are a company, you probably need to uncheck this. So here is where you fill in your information. Uncheck secure your website with SiteLock, and uncheck backup your artwork. You don't need to pay money for that. We are going to protect and back up your website from WordPress and Cpanel. So if you decide to go with a plan, just complete registration and check out. Okay, now this will take us to our account, confirming that our order has been completed. Click on Dashboard, then click on Cpanel. You can also log into your Cpanel from the link provided to you by email when you finished registration. So this is your panel, this is your Cpanel, and in the next video I will talk about the key functions that you need to know in Cpanel to get your WordPress website up and running. Cpanel is the control panel that allows you to easily manage your hosting account. It does not manage your billing references. For that, you need to go to your portal account. Cpanel manages the technical aspects of your website. So when you log into your Cpanel, you will find an interface like this. This will enable you to manage your website. Few things we will be looking at here. They are File Manager, Email Accounts, Email Forwarders, Subdomains, Add-on Domains, and Softaculous App Installer. The first thing I would do here is create email accounts. For example, admin@flycheaper.cc. Enter a password, set a quota, and create. So now we have created an email account. Let's scroll down and check. Here you can change your password, change the email's quota, and from here you can set up your mail clients with auto configuration scripts, meaning that you can send and receive emails from mail clients such as Microsoft Outlook, or you can set it up on your smartphone. For instance, if you log into your Cpanel from your iPhone, you can automatically set up your email by clicking on this link. Another way of managing your email is to go to Webmail, which is almost the same as Gmail, Yahoo Mail, or Hotmail, etc. A third option is to forward the email you created here to your preferred email. For that, click on Email Forwarders and set up a forwarder like this one. Another thing I would like to show you here is the File Manager. Your WordPress installation will be under public HTML. Nothing has been installed yet. Another thing is the add-on domains. If you subscribe to Unlimited Domains package, then you can easily add as many domains as you want, so you can host multi-websites in one hosting account. This is a one domain account, so there will be only one domain, but you can host as many subdomains as you want, which I will be showing you next. So the other thing is the subdomains. Here you can add a subdomain such as marketing@yourdomain.com. And if you go back to File Manager, you will see the add-on domains and the subdomains you create. Each will have a separate WordPress installation. Here is the subdomain we just created. And by the way, only the main domain of your account will be under public HTML. One last thing I would like to show you is the Softaculous app installer. Here you will see Softaculous graphical interface where many apps can be installed. Some are free and some are not. So from here we can install WordPress, which I will be showing you how in the next video. Let's go back to Cpanel and let's recap. First step is to create email accounts. For example, admin@yourdomain.com, and decide whether you want to set it up on your computer or device by clicking on Set Up Mail Client, where you can find under Email Accounts and scroll down to the email that you want to set up, or view it through webmail, or forward it to an email that you specify. Next step is to click on File Manager, then click on Public HTML and make sure that the folder does not contain any files. Then, if you have the Unlimited Domains package, then you can add or host as many domains as you wish and build as many websites as you want by clicking on Add-on Domains. Then you can create subdomains and install separate WordPress websites on them. For example, you can create a website or a branch of your business such as marketing.yourdomain.com. Finally, you can install WordPress by clicking on Softaculous App Installer and then clicking on WordPress. And I repeat, I wouldn't suggest installing WordPress via the quick install link because it will limit my control on the website. This is pretty much what I wanted to show you regarding Cpanel, and it is enough for you to properly install WordPress. In this video I'm going to show you how to install WordPress from your Cpanel. I wouldn't install it from Quick Installer right here because it will limit the options of controlling my website. I'm going to click on Softaculous Apps Installer, then click on WordPress. So from here we will be able to install WordPress. Click on Install Now. We are going to stick with the latest version. And we will choose HTTPS protocol. This is the security. This is the free SSL certificate that you are getting with your hosting account. Choose the domain that you want to install WordPress under and leave the directory empty. If this is the main account domain, then it will install it in the public HTML folder. If it is an add-on domain, then it will install WordPress under that domain, which you can see on the left menu under File Manager. And if you want to install WordPress under a specific category, for example, yourdomain.com/sales, then you need to type sales here. Don't create the folder sales in the File Manager. WordPress will auto-create it. In the site settings, enter your website name. Let's say, for example, cheap flight tickets, best hotel prices. And by the way, this is the line that people will see in the browser tab when they hover over it. See up there on the top left. This is what they will see. They will see cheap flight tickets, best hotel prices. In the site description, you can write anything you want here that will describe what your website is all about. I'm currently working on this website, and hopefully I'll make a course about how you can earn money from an affiliate travel website. We are not using a multi-site, so I'll keep this unchecked. Enter an admin username and a password, and the admin email, such as the one we created earlier in the previous video. I will keep Loginizer unchecked. We are going to use a powerful plugin instead. We are not going to manage multiple websites. Click on Advanced. You can keep the same database name and table prefix, or give it a name that will identify it. For example, fly cc6, a maximum of 7 characters. Same for table prefix. If you got confused, then just leave the default values. Here you need to check all the auto upgrades. This is crucial, and this will protect your website and keep it technically up to date. Here you can select a theme that you like, and WordPress will pre-install it for you. For this course we are going to use a specific theme. Here you can enter an email, and WordPress will email you the installation credentials. Try it and see how the email will look like. By the way, if you had chosen to install WordPress from the quick install link, you wouldn't be able to see these options. Click on Install. This is the installed website. And this is the admin page. Click on All Installations icon, and here you will find the installation of your website. It shows the date of installation, the version, and whether it is auto upgrading or not. It also has few hand options such as staging, where you can stage your website on a test server before you publish it on the live production server. Big companies use that. They wouldn't push any edits or updates until they test it on the staging server. You can also clone and make a carbon copy of the website to another domain. You can also back up the website, delete it, or just edit the information you entered before installation. Backup will let you create a zipped copy of your website in case you need to restore it. I always back it up after the first installation, so I don't have to go through the installation process again in case I need to start from scratch. Click on Backups and Restore icon, where you can see the size and the description of the backup file. So this is the WordPress website we just created, which is of course empty, has nothing in it yet, and this is the admin area. This is it for installing WordPress, and I'll see you in the next video. To log into your WordPress admin area, you need to go to yourdomain.com/wp-admin. This is the login page. I will briefly walk you through the admin area in case you are not familiar with it, and I'll be talking about the key terms you need to know. If you are familiar with the admin area, you can skip to the next video. This is the main navigation menu, and this is the toolbar. Here in the dashboard, you will see many things that you can minimize or turn on and off from the screen options. Here you can update to the latest version of WordPress, as well as update your themes and plugins. Posts are part of the blog by default. Posts can be sorted or organized by categories or tags. A handy inline edit tool called Quick Edit allows you to update many fields for an individual post. You will be able to write a new post under Add New Link. While you are writing a post, you can create new categories and new tags. Every post in WordPress is filed under one or more categories. Categories allow the classification of your posts into groups and subgroups, so they aid viewers in the navigation and use of your site. Tags are the keywords you might assign to each post. Tags provide another means to aid your readers in accessing information on your blog. This is the media library. Since it's a new WordPress install, it is empty. Here you can upload images, sound files, and videos. I suggest uploading only pictures and maybe sound files to the media library. If you want to do videos, I recommend a third-party host like Vimeo or YouTube, because videos can eat up a lot of your server and bandwidth and might slow down your website. Pages are your static content, such as About Us or Contact Us page. I generally disable comments. There's a lot of spam out there that can come in with comments, and I would turn it off if I'm not going to interact with visitors. Appearance is something you will be constantly going to. The key things you need to know in appearance is themes and how to install and delete them. In this course, we are going to use a specific theme that I will be explaining later. Customize gives you the ability to edit things like your logo, your site identity, site title, pick colors for your website, etc. Widgets are little boxes that you can put on your website. For example, this is a footer widget. Widgets give you a lot of flexibility on where to put various aspects of your website. For example, you could put an email subscription widget, image widget, etc. Homepage settings, this is where you pick which page on your site will display as a home page. The menus feature allows you to create navigation menu of pages, categories, custom links, tags that can be presented to your visitors. Plugins, I will be covering this in details when I explain setting up and customizing WordPress. Users, here you can add, delete, and edit users. When you add a new user, make sure that the role you choose is what you want that user to be doing only. Only administrators have full access to your website. There are few options for the role. Be careful when assigning roles. WordPress supports importing data from a number of external sources. In many cases, posts, comments, pages, categories, tags, and users can be imported. WordPress export can create an XML file for you to save to your computer, which will contain your posts, comments, custom fields, categories, and tags. For instance, you can export posts and comments from this website and import them to another website. For settings under writing, you can control the interface with which you write new posts. These settings control the default category, the default post format, and the optional features. Under reading, you can control the settings in posts or pages. You will be able to select which page you want to show as your home page. You can also adjust how many posts are displayed on the main page. Discussion allows you to control settings concerning incoming and outgoing comments. The settings media screen allows you to specify the maximum dimensions in pixels to use when inserting an image into the body of a post. WordPress uses web URLs which have question marks and lots of numbers in them. However, there's something called permalinks. I will use this one. It is neat. It shows the title in the URL, and this can help a lot in SEO. As a website owner, you may need to follow national or international privacy laws and have privacy policy page on your website. That's it. You're good to go. Now that I have briefly gone through the admin area, you should have a good understanding of the basics. This was not a detailed explanation, it was a brief one to get you familiar with the admin area. And I hope this was helpful for you and that you have learned your way around the admin area. By now, I hope that you already have a domain registered and a hosting account, and that you have your fresh WordPress website installed and ready to go. So now that we have installed WordPress and got to know the admin area, it is time to customize it. When you first log into your admin area, you might see something like PHP update required. To update to the latest PHP version, you need to go to your Cpanel, search for PHP, go to Multi-PHP Manager, select the domains that you need to update, and select the latest available. Click Apply. Now it's good. So here, hit refresh, and PHP now is up to date. First thing we need to do is to double check our user account and change our password if necessary. Click on Users, then click on Admin. We need to make sure that everything is in place and complete our profiles, such as having a nickname and picture, etc. Now if I click on Display Name Publicly, you will see Admin Only. This is the default nickname. This name will appear on posts that you publish. For instance, if we go to our home page, you will see by admin as the publisher. Whereas if I choose my display name to be something else, let's say my name, Nasser, then click on Update Profile. Then we go back to the post and hit refresh. You will see that it now shows by Nasser, not by admin, which is my new display name. Second thing to do is rename the default category Uncategorized, which is under Post Categories. I don't believe that it looks professional when people see a post under Uncategorized. For instance, if you go to the website, you will see that this post is under the category Uncategorized. I always rename it as General, which looks more professional. I will leave slug empty. This is what people see, and the slug is the corresponding term in the database. WordPress will auto-create a slug for me, all lowercase. So let's check now. And it is now under the category General. Another thing to delete is the default posts. So let's click on Posts. There is only one default post, which is Hello World, and it looks like this. So just click on Trash, and you will see that it now appears under Trash. I will leave it there for now because I want to show you another way of deleting it. Same thing we will do to Pages. Click on Pages. You will see two default pages here. A sample page, which looks like this, and a privacy policy draft page, which looks like this. Here WordPress created a generic privacy policy for us, and we can modify it the way we wish. So I will just delete sample page and leave privacy policy for now. Next, we will check settings. If you remember, this is the site title and this is the tagline or description we entered during installation. Check the site language. If I select French, for instance, look what's going to happen. It switched to French. Let's try right to left language. Arabic, for example. See, now it shows Arabic language and it is right to left. Let's make it English again. By the way, when you choose a different language, you might see update notification here. Click on that and you will see the translations has been added. Just click on update translation and it should update to the latest version. Here you can also modify your time zone, date, and time format. Now let's create some pages. For example, about us, contact us, terms of use, blog, etc. And let's publish privacy policy page. And just a quick note here that sometimes you might not need to create any of these pages when you install a professional theme. These pages come built in and ready to use. Click on Add New. I'm just going to type a title for now and click Publish. Now let's add 3 more pages. Here we go. All the 5 new pages we just created. Let's publish privacy policy page. Now let's go to Settings, Reading, and change our home page to the home page we just created. By the way, the default home page of WordPress is the latest post published, but we can change it to a static page of your choice, and you can select your posts page to be a specific page of your choice. In our case, it is the blog page. Select a static page, then select Home, and select Blog for Posts page. And you can do all of this from Appearance, Customize, Homepage Settings. If we go to, say, About Us page and view it, look at the URL. It shows page ID and a number. It doesn't look nice. This is not good, especially for SEO. Same thing applies for posts. Click on Posts and view Hello World post. It shows the post ID. So now it's time to fix our permalinks. If you remember, I mentioned before that WordPress shows URLs as numbers and letters. That does not look professional. But WordPress offers you the ability to create a custom URL structure for your permalinks. By the way, a permalink, which means a permanent link, is a URL that is intended to remain unchanged. And select Post Name. Save changes. Go back to Pages, view About Us. It now shows the page name instead, which is good for Google indexing and better for SEO. Same applies to the post. Let us check Hello World. It looks better now. Let's try another one. Say Day and Name. But this will not affect the URL of the pages. It will affect the URL of posts only. Let us check Hello World post. It shows the date it was created and the post name, whereas the page URL did not change. Let's choose the most common one and the best for search engine indexing, which is post name. Let's take care of some widgets. Click on Appearance, then click on Widgets. If we go to the home page, you will see all of these default widgets. Let's clean it up and remove all widgets. 2 ways to remove a widget: drag out or click on Delete. Let's have a look. They are all gone. Now, if you aren't sure about deleting a widget or you want to remove it temporarily, let's, for example, add a new custom HTML widget. Call it testing a widget, and click Save. Here is the new widget. Let's say you temporarily want to remove the widget from the website, but you don't want to recreate it. You don't want to lose the content. So what you can do is drag and drop the widget under inactive widgets. Let's check. It's gone. If later you want to put it back, then all you need to do is drag it back again, hit refresh, and it's back again. Finally, let's create some menus. You can do this from Appearance, Customize, Menus, or just click on Menus under Appearance. But before that, let's modify a few things here to have a better look on menus. Click on Appearance, Colors. You see, here's the background color where the main contact goes is this color. You can change color from here. I will do color F5, 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 which is light gray. You can reset the color to the default value at any time. Let's change the color of the header and footer, something like that, and click on Publish. Let's add some text to the home page. You can go to Pages, click on Home, or from the home page, click on Edit Page. Let me, for example, copy this text and paste it here. Click Update, click on View Page. Now roughly we have a page that can customize. But of course, the page does not look professional and it takes time to customize a page. That's why most developers use ready-made beautiful themes and tweak them as per the client's needs. But these themes, some are free and some are premium. Now let's go back to menus and let's create a new menu. Let's call it Main Menu and another menu called Footer Menu. Every theme has its own structure, its own menus layout, and its own pages layout. For this current theme, which is 2020, these are the locations where you can display menus. Desktop horizontal menu, desktop expanded menu, mobile menu, footer menu, and social menu. You can insert the menu items that you want to its corresponding menu. For instance, I would put Home, About Us, and Contact Us under the desktop horizontal menu. Let's add menu items. For instance, add Home, Blog, About Us, and Contact Us to the main menu. And Home, Contact Us, Terms of Use, and Privacy Policy under the footer menu. You can also manage the menu locations from here. Okay, let's go back to the home page. Click on Contact Us. Click on Terms of Use. Click on About Us. Look at the structure of the pages, just simple header, content, and footer. Whereas if you click on Blog, it has the structure of posts. And if you recall, we chose our posts page to be the page blog under settings reading. So just as mentioned before, for instance, a page is your static content and a post is the stories or articles that you keep adding to your website. And they will show under each other on a single page, and you can select how many articles you want to show on one page. Here's an example of a static page, and here's an example of a blog or posts page. Let's quickly recap. We learned how to edit a user and select a nickname, change a password, and update its profile. We then renamed the default uncategorized category to general. Then we deleted the default posts and pages. Under settings general, we checked our title, description, time zone, date and time format, etc. We then created some pages, changed the default home page and posts pages. We changed our permalinks, learned how widgets work, and finally we learned how to create menus and assign them to specific locations. There are many other options there, and I will be explaining the mostly used and needed ones as we create a new website. I hope this was helpful enough to become familiar with WordPress environment. A plugin is a tool or a piece of software that expands what you can do with your website without having to manually write or edit code. So a plugin can extend functionality and add new features to your website. Now, depending on which hosting provider you have an account with, you might see some of pre-installed plugins or themes, and most of the time they try to upsell you to a premium version. If you have an account with HostGator, you might see these plugins: Jetpack, Mojo Marketplace, Sitekit by Google. I'm going to show you other options, so I will first select these, deactivate them, then delete them. Now, these are the default WordPress plugins: Akismet, Anti-Spam, and Hello Dolly. Hello Dolly is a 1964 musical with lyrics and music. When this plugin is activated, you will randomly see a lyric from Hello Dolly in the upper right corner of your admin screen on every page. Here. Akismet, it's a plugin that checks your comments and contact form submissions against the provider's database of spam to prevent your site from publishing malicious content. You can review the comment spam it catches on your website's comments admin area here. For Hello Dolly, I'm not going to use that, so I'm just going to delete it. And for Akismet, you need to activate it. You need to create an account with them. So what we are going to do is set up your Akismet account, and it's super easy. Set up your account here. Get personal. Drag this to 0. Enter your email. You should receive 2 emails. One that gives you the email verification code, so enter it and verify your account. And the other one gives you the account API key. And connect with API key. Here the status is now active. Let's now install a security plugin for our website. So let's go to plugins, add new, search for WordFence security. Here, this one. It has 3+ million active installations and almost like all 5 stars. So let's install it and activate it. Let's register it. And let's go with no thanks. We know we need the free version. Okay, let's click on WordFence on the left menu. WordFence Security is by far the most popular WordPress firewall and security scanner. It is a must-have. It identifies and blocks malicious traffic. Its malware scanner blocks requests that include malicious code or content. It protects your website from brute force attacks by limiting login attempts. So really, it is a must-have. So let's go through some settings here. Click Next. Just read the instructions. Next. Now WordFence needs to do some modification to your .htaccess file. You need to click on download it. This is just like a security or a backup. Click on download, then click on continue. And done. Close. Do you want WordFence to stay up to date automatically? Yes, enable auto update for sure. Of course, all of these will go to 100% if you get the premium version, but the free version is more than enough to protect your website. Let's click on scan. There's nothing there now, but let's do start new scan. Here you can scan your website and see if it has any problems, any malware or bad files, and it will tell you what to do. So we did the first scan. Of course, there is nothing in there, so it has to pass everything. But if there's a problem, it will show you here. And it will alert you with an email that there's a problem, whether it is a plugin that needs to be updated or upgraded, or a file that has been injected to your website, things like that. It will protect your website. Next, we need to install a plugin called Elementor. It is a page builder that delivers high-end page designs and advanced capabilities. I'll explain it in details when we start building a website. So let's go to add new and search for Elementor. This is the one, so click on install now. Again, like 5+ million active installations, and it's almost all 5 stars. Click on activate. Now we will install a couple of plugins, essential add-ons for Elementor, where you can enhance your Elementor page building experience with 70+ creative elements and extensions. And we will install premium add-ons for Elementor, where you can supercharge your Elementor page builder with 50+ highly customizable widgets. They come really handy, and that will give you the ability to build great websites in less time with no coding. So let's click on add new. Again, let's search for Elementor. And this is the first one, essential add-ons for Elementor. Install. Premium add-ons for Elementor. Install. Activate. and we can activate the other one from here as well. Another plugin called Starter Templates. This plugin gives you access to 280 plus pre-made full website templates and individual pages for the page builder Elementor. So let's activate it. Okay, next I'm going to install a plugin called WP Bulk Delete. This plugin allows you to delete posts, pages, comments, attachments, and users in bulk. And it has different powerful filters and conditions. So this is the one. Install now. And activate. Next we are going to install a plugin called WForms. This is a great and easy to use form builder for WordPress. This is the one. Install now and activate. Let's go to plugins, add new, all-in-one SEO pack. All-in-one SEO pack allows you to optimize your WordPress site for SEO. There are another plugins out there, and one is called Yeast, but the feedback I get from my clients is that all-in-one SEO pack is much easier to use and it's straightforward. So I'm gonna stick with the all-in-one SEO pack, and of course all of these plugins I will explain them as we use them while building a website. Next we are going to install a plugin called WP Optimize. This plugin cleans your database, compresses your images, and caches your site for faster load times. So let's activate it. Next I'm going to install a plugin called Redirection. This is the one. It is the most popular redirect manager for WordPress. With it you can easily manage 301 redirections, keep track of 404 error pages. For instance, you might have a page or an article that you deleted, but it is still listed on Google. Redirections plugin will redirect this broken link to your homepage instead of seeing an error page. So let's activate it. Next we are going to install a plugin called All-in-One WP Migration. This is the one. This plugin exports your WordPress website, including the database, media files, plugins, and themes with no technical knowledge required. And then you can upload your site to a different location with a drag and drop into WordPress. Next we are going to install a plugin called Social Snap. This is really a nice social sharing plugin that helps you drive more traffic and increase engagement by leveraging the power of social media. So let's activate it. Next we are going to install a plugin called Click to Chat. This is a WhatsApp plugin that allows your visitor to contact you through WhatsApp. You don't have to have it, but it's good, especially if you have an e-commerce website and you want people to interact with you and send you immediate messages. Finally, we are going to install a login customizer called color lib login customizer. As the name suggests, this plugin allows you to customize your login page, and it's really nice to have and a powerful one. So I'll explain all of these as we start building the website, but these are the essential plugins that I really suggest that you have on your website. So on the plugins page, you will see premium Lottie animations widget is now available. Check it now. We don't want like a premium version. It's up to you to take it or not. Do you want to help make essential add-ons for Elementor even more awesome? You can get 10% discount. No thanks. And complete your redirection setup. Let's start the setup. If you change the permalink in a post or page, meaning if you change the title of a post or name of a page, then redirection plugin will automatically create a redirect for you to redirect the URLs to the new post or page. Keep a log. Store IP information for redirects. And finish setup. Now redirection will go to work in the backend. And here you can monitor all redirects. So let's recap. We first deleted Hello Dolly plugin. We then created Akismet account and activated the plugin. We then installed WordFence security, installed Elementor, essential add-ons for Elementor, premium add-ons for Elementor, the start templates. We then installed WP bulk delete. We installed WForms. Then we installed all-in-one SEO pack, WP optimize, redirections plugin, all-in-one WP migration, social snap plugin, click to chat plugin, and the login customizer. I hope this was helpful enough. This is it for plugins, and I'll see you in the next video installing a new theme. Just want to let you know that on August 11th, 2020, WordPress released a version 5.5. Like, this is a major upgrade. So when you log in, you will see please update now. Click on it and click on update now, and it will upgrade you to 5.5, version 5.5. Click on plugins and you will see now that there is enable auto updates in this new version. If you remember, when we installed WordPress, we chose to auto upgrade the plugins themes and the versions major and minor from here during installation. Now if we go to plugins page, select all plugins, and then enable auto updates, hit apply, and all of them will be enabled. And you can do them one by one from here if you choose to. Just wanted to share with you this new upgrade and update my course. For this project we are going to use a theme called Astra. So let's go to Appearance, Themes, and you will see that we have WordPress default themes, which we are going to get rid of after we install our new theme. This Sinatra theme, by the way, comes pre-installed by HostGator. You might or might not see one here based on your hosting provider. So let's click on Add New and search for Astra. This is the one. So click on Install, then click on activate. Now let's go back to themes and delete the other ones. It is always better to delete the themes and or plugins that you are not going to use. So let's first delete Sinatra theme, then 2019 theme, then delete 2017 theme, and finally let's delete 2020 theme. And we'll end up with Astra theme only. So far we learned how to register a domain name and have a hosting account. Then we learned a bit about Cpanel, about how to install WordPress efficiently. We learned our way in the admin area and how to set up WordPress properly. Then we installed necessary plugins and installed a theme called Astra. Now it's time to back up everything. We have now like WordPress loaded with everything we need to be able to build a successful website. So let's first go to Cpanel, click on Softaculous Apps Installer, WordPress, click on All Installations, click on Backup, and if you remember we called the first one Fresh Installation. Now we're going to call it Fresh Installation Loaded with everything we need to have a successful website. Click on Backup Installation. Now let's click on Backups and Restore. This is the fresh installation taken at the very beginning, and this is the automatic partial backup taken during a plugin or a theme upgrade. And this is the fresh installation we just had, and it's loaded with everything we need to build a website. Now let me show you another way to back up your website with a plugin that we installed earlier. So let's go back to Dashboard, scroll down to All-in-One WP Migration. Here we have options to select what we want to export, what we don't. And then we have options to export to. The file, export to a file, is free. It's in the free version, and it has a limit of 256 megabytes. Whereas, for example, Google Drive and the rest of these, this is a premium version. There's a backup scheduler with hourly, daily, and weekly options. So let's go back and let's export to a file. So let's download the file. And let's bring the file over and rename it as Fresh Installation Loaded, and give a date 17/07/2020. So if we go down here to backups, we'll see our file there, but you cannot restore it from here. Every free version has a limitation. So what I usually do is delete this now that I have one on my desktop, and if I want to import it again, I'll click on Import and just drag and drop here. So let's have an example of this backup. Let me go to plugins, for example. Select all except all-in-one WP migration. Deactivate all. And then select all and delete. So let's click on plugins again. There's nothing except one plugin. So this is our latest. Let's say we did something wrong. We messed up the website. We deleted accidentally some pages or some images, whatever it is. We can always restore to the previous version that we downloaded earlier. So to do that, I'm going to go to Import and drag and drop the file here. Now it's preparing to import. It uploaded the database or the file. And proceed. This will overwrite everything, which is what we want. And your site has been imported successfully. Click Finish. Now if we go to plugins, we should see the earlier version before we deleted everything, which it is. So as I mentioned, you can do it this way. Just export it to a file, download it to your desktop, and do this once a day, once a week. It's up to you. Or you can automate it by subscribing to one of these services. It's really up to you. It depends on like how often you change your website or you update your website and you don't want to lose any data from it. Now there is another option which is called Updraft Plus. Updraft Plus is a widely used WordPress backup. It's a very powerful plugin as well. The major difference I see between this and all-in-one migration is that this one exports your website into 4 or 5 different files, whereas all-in-one migration exports it to one file. So you just export one file and import one file. Here you have to export 5 files and import 5 files. This one though has no file size limitation. In this one, you can do automatic restore and automatic backups before updating the website. So this is automatic, there's no limitation here, and the size, like there's no limitation for the size as well, because you are using your own Google Drive or your own storage place, etc. So it's up to you to choose either. I prefer this straightforward, easy, especially for smaller websites. For bigger websites, you might need to use this one or go with the premium version of this one. I hope that you now have an idea about how to back up your website, whether using Cpanel or a plugin like all-in-one WP migration.